Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what will hopefully be a series of Kerbal Space Program tutorials. Because I've noticed that a lot of tutorials are very outdated, like 8 years ago type of outdated. So this is going to be for this series is going to be for the latest version of KSP, version 1.12.5. And I will be playing with both of the DLCs, but they won't be required in most of what I make. Like, I won't be using very many of the parts that they give you. So, let's start by making a new game. We'll just play on normal difficulty, because I assume this is going to be watched by new players, and if you're new, play on normal. And just name it KSP Tutorials. That'll work. Do I want a flag? I'll pick the tree. I like the tree. No, I like the blobs. Okay, so, wow, that's very loud. Hold on. Ambience. There we go. The first thing you're going to want to do in a career game is to go to the mission control building, and then take the 2 contracts, gather scientific data from Kerbin, and launch our first vessel. So the first thing you want to do after picking up those 2 contracts is, currently we don't have any science, so we'll just have to make a rocket to gather some science. First, you'll want to enter the vehicle assembly building. Oh, I've already made one. Let me get rid of that. So you start with the command pod. It doesn't really matter what you color it, I just prefer the white color. You'll then use the only form of propulsion you have, which is the Flea solid rocket booster. You want to put on a parachute so you can actually come down safely and not kill the Kerbal you send up. And we'll put some goo on for science. Now they don't need to be that high. There we go. That's pretty much all you need to do. You don't need fins, and you don't need anything else on this rocket. You don't need it because this has reaction control systems. So if you send a pilot like Jeb, he will keep it upright. What do I want to call this? We'll call it the... bear with me a moment while I think of a name. Call it the Skipper. This is Skipper 1. Then we just gotta save it and launch. There we go. Now that we're on the launch pad, we need to gather science, so you can do that by right-clicking on these mystery goo containment units, and you can click observe. That'll open up the little science window. We're gonna keep the experiment because we don't have any way to transmit it back. And then on the crew, like, command pod, we can actually do a crew report, which is another form of science. And currently we can't do it while we're flying, but we can do it while we're grounded. We can get the Kerbal to actually hop out, and he'll take the science out, and he'll also take an EVA report. So the reason why we took the science out is so now we can run a second crew report while we are in the air. So let's just do that. You press Z to throttle up all the way, and you press T to turn on SAS, which is Stability Assist System, I don't know. And then all you gotta do is press spacebar to activate the booster. So while we're flying, we're gonna collect more science from both the command pod and the goo. pitch the craft over to the right a bit just so we land in the water. For no particular reason. You can actually turn off stability assist so the craft just follows the natural trajectory. And right now it looks like we're over the water, so I'm gonna stage again with spacebar to pull the chute. And now we are descending. Currently we're speeding up because we're actually not at our terminal velocity yet with the parachute half deployed, but we'll reach it soon. See, it's already slowing down. And then the default parachute pulls at 1,000 meters above terrain, and it counts the ocean as terrain, so it should pull when this reaches 1,000. So that should be right about now. You can see the spacecraft did a little bit of a flip, but it should be fine. Jeb's having a great time in there. He doesn't look like he's too bothered by the parachute deploying. And now we'll slowly descend to the ocean. Up in the top left there is time warp. Because we're currently moving, or accelerating, or in the atmosphere, I think that's it. Because we're currently in the atmosphere and we're not grounded, the highest time warp we can do is physical time warp, which goes up to ×4 speed. Which can be bad with large ships. So I'll currently just speed it up till we hit the ocean. Now that we're in the ocean, currently it's face down, he might drown. Let me just flip it over. There we go, we'll do some more science. We'll do the goo, we'll get Jeb out, he can take an EVA report, and then take the data and store it back in the command pod so he can run another crew report. But actually, if he's currently standing on top of the spacecraft, he can jump and then take an EVA report to get an EVA report of flying over the water. Which is a bit silly, but it works. So right now he's just going to enter back into the spacecraft. One last crew report, and then up the top we're going to recover the vessel. There we go, we earned 49 science from that mission, which is pretty good. And Jeb has gained XP. So now that we've got all the science, we'll go into the research and development building, and we'll look at the tech tree. We're just gonna unlock basic rocketry, engineering 101, and we still have plenty of science left over, so I'll just grab survivability and general rocketry for now. So that should be it for this episode. Next episode, I'll show how to design a suborbital rocket, so then we'll be able to do this contract here, escape the atmosphere. So thank you all for watching, and the next episode should be out within like half an hour when this one comes out, because I'm going to batch record these. Later.